Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is another swatch video, and this one is slightly different from normal because I'm doing two yarns and two lots of swatching, the lots of swatches. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the Stylecraft Bambino yarn, and this isn't by all means the total number of colours that I have in my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk. This is just a bit of a sample of them, but they come in these lovely pastel shades, and although it is called Bambino, it is a double knitting, a DK, which is a 3-weight yarn, and it is called Bambino. It's also good for any project for yourself or anyone else, because the colours are where they're soft and pastel, but they are not exclusively kind of baby. So I was sent some samples, swatches, by my lovely friend Julie, and she labelled them lovely for me. This is Stylecraft Bambino Ultra Soft DK. 100 grams gives you 268 metres. And these colours that she has swatched up are Grey Mist at the top. And then we've got Vintage Blue. Put that one down. And then we have Sage. And then we have Soft Pink, Little Boy Blue, Awesome Avocado, Vintage Pink, and Heather. So I'll pop these down to one side for a moment, and as you can see, they are absolutely gorgeous, these colours. Really soft and natural tones, really lovely. But I decided that as Julie had done this lovely long swatch of colours for me and showed how this works up, I chose one that she didn't show, and I decided to granny square it. So here it is. This is the one that I've just been doing. Now I've had another little correspondence from one of my subscribers in the past that said that this yarn, they weren't keen because it splits, and then others, like especially Julie, had said that it had never split. So I tried 2 different crochet hooks with it. Now I'm trialing these ones at the moment, and these are the Knit Pros, and I tried this one and every single stitch split. It was driving me completely and utterly round the bend, seriously. So then I put that one aside and I tried my Tulip 4.5 sort of go-to Old Faithful hook, and not one single stitch split on me, not at all, and it made this gorgeous granny square. When I know it's plain, but you can see how lovely it works up. It's got this gorgeous, sumptuous, substantial feel to it. It's really nice. So yeah, this is them. They are acrylic, I believe. I'm not sure if they're premium acrylic, but they certainly feel like they are. There we are. Yep, 100% premium acrylic. And there's your washing instructions there. So I'm just going to pop these over to one side for now while I show you how this works up. So obviously I'm not going to show you on the duff hook because that would drive me completely round the bend. But I just want to show you. Now I did actually film this and it went wrong. Not this part, but I paused it and then I thought I'd carried on and I hadn't. So I've had to film it again. So this, I did go all the way around, but it takes quite a long time. We'll see how we go. But I want to show you that I'm sitting in an awkward place, and this isn't how I would normally sit and work. But even so, I want to show you just how easy it works, and not one single solitary split in the yarn all the way around that. Oh, look, and I just did it. It's because I wasn't sitting right. Let me do this again. It's always, it's the what they call sod's law, isn't it, when things happen like that? Right, it's because the camera is in the middle and I can't see around this corner too well. Okay, so now I've gone round the corner. Let's get going. And you can see, it does help if you bring the camera down. Right, let's get going. And you can see just how it works up. And sorry if I bashed the camera, but I am trying to get it close enough to me to work, but then sometimes I do bash into the camera. Well, I'll try my best not to do that. But there you go. You can see you can work really fast. Well, it's not really fast, but it's getting up a bit of speed. And not one split, even though you're, well, kind of moving at some pace, really. So, yeah, I'll slow down. That was my fault. But, yeah, it's lovely to work with, I find. I don't find it splits at all, really. When yarn splits, I find it catches on the hook. And that's what was happening with the other one. It was getting caught up and separating the strands. But these hooks, they kind of allow it to glide. Did I put a chain in there? I don't think I did. I must have been so, what's the word? Eager to get going that I didn't notice I hadn't chained in my corner. I find that if you don't, it doesn't really matter, because putting 6 stitches in a corner, it makes the hole. So that's why I don't bother chaining in between my my sets of 3. Some people do, but I find that if you do that, it tends to have that spiral effect sometimes, you know, if you don't change direction as you're going, which I never do. I only ever go in one direction around my grannies. And I find that that is what makes it go round in that kind of strange, almost optical illusion-y type travelling spiral. You know what I mean? When it goes into a bit of an odd sort of kilter. Okay, here we go again. I won't go all the way around this time because it did take me quite a time last time. Although, on my previous swatch video, somebody did say it was relaxing watching me crochet, so maybe I should make one of those what's it called? ASMR, that's the one. One of those videos where I don't talk. I keep getting stuck. I think it's because I'm sitting too low down. This chair's quite low, this desk's quite high, and it's very difficult to get in the right zone for crochet. I'm going to run out of yarn again soon. This is beautiful to work with, I have to say. I've not had the problem with splitting any more than any other yarn that occasionally separates, or, you know, not really kind of noticed it. The odd occasion that it's happened, it's been my fault for not sitting right, really. This is a bit of an awkward setup. But I can't really do this in the house at the moment because my partner's home and he's doing DIY and he's noisy and all over the place. I keep catching the next stitch as I go around, hooking it. Okay, let's carry on for a little way. Try not to hit the camera as we go. But these, I find these shades are absolutely beautiful. If you like making baby clothes or baby stuff that's an unusual colour, you know, not just the pink and blue, then they are gorgeous for that. You know, if you've got a child who's got a lavender or a kind of a greyness in their dress or something, you can really make some beautiful accessories and little cardigans and all sorts with this stuff. It's really, really versatile, and you can make adults, because the colours are not, you know, not baby pink, not baby blue. You can really kind of go to town. The only limit is your imagination, as they say. And so, yeah, best of both worlds, this. So I think you can see that as you work with it, it's not splitting. If I've gone in the right part yet. The only time I ever come any kind of cropper is when I have to look around the camera to see what I'm doing, and I sometimes mess up, but it's probably down to me being in this position rather than the yarn. But it certainly did split ridiculous amount with that other hook, I have to say. It's a shame they're not all created equal, but they're not. Hooks, that is. And certainly the tulip is my absolute bestseller in my shop, Hobby Rocks. In fact, the hook sets are almost sold out at the moment, and I'm running low on all of the colours, whether it's the gold, the rose or the red. Okay, so I've got to the point where I need to pull out more yarn. Well, I'm nearly finished. Wow, that went a lot quicker than I thought it was going to. So we might as well finish the square off. Hopefully that is enough. We'll see. Can't let the yarn fall on the floor because I don't have carpet in. I'm in the caravan. Well, sorry, I have called it the wrong thing. The yarnavan. And I just have basic hard floor. I don't really have any covering because, oops, see what I mean? I catch the, because of the angle I'm sitting at. That's the only reason. Yeah, because this is really the shop. My little warehouse, if you like. I didn't bother with flooring. But at least I've got another area to film when there's stuff and things going on in the house, which there is at the moment. So I'll just end that off basic at the moment, like pull that through there. Made it too tight. There we go. And that's added another line to my square. But it is, even though it is a plain, ordinary square, I think you can see the quality of the yarn just by looking at it. It's beautiful, absolutely. So that brings me on to the Bellisima then. Again, this is just a little selection of the colours. It comes in lots of colours. I do have more than this. I just decided to bring in a few to show you. So this one I did as a long swatch, and I also did the little granny with this one as well, just so that you could see how it works up. Now it's mega soft. It really is beautiful. Let's see if we can find if this is premium acrylic as well. Yep, it is 100% premium acrylic. There is your washing instructions. They're the same. And this one's called Papaya Punch. It's my favourite. Going to be making a project with this one soon, which I've had in my mind since way before Christmas, but I'm going to get it done. So that's the granny, and I love it. I really do. And if you put them side by side, you could mix and match these yarns absolutely no problem whatsoever. There's not an awful lot. Is that the right way around? Yes. Not an awful lot to choose between them for the way they feel. So yeah, there you go. You can mix any of these colours in to get the perfect, what's the word I'm looking for? Project. There you go. So then I decided with this one, and this, I didn't bring the yarn band, did I? I'm not sure if this is the right one. That's Papaya Punch. Where's my other yarn band? I took them off the bands because I did, oh no, it should be here. There it is. When I wrapped them up, I wrapped this around it and put the yarn band around the whole thing. This one, no, that's Clotted Cream. That's that one there. I don't know where the yarn band is for this one. Can't remember the colour off the top of my head. And it was here. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It's in my shop anyway. And I can't remember the name. But as if by magic, it was just behind me in one of on my shelf. This is called Flaming Fuchsia. And Flaming Fuchsia, I don't really have a great deal left in my shop, so that one's quite selling out. So this is the swatch that I did, and I decided to do a few different stitches to show what it's like. And I started off with the just basic half treble, which is the UK term, half double in the US. And then I started to do it in the back loops only, so you could see what it would look like if you were making a hat and you were doing the rib kind of style, but you were using the half treble, half double. And then I just decided to do UK trebles, which are double crochets in the US. And then I did double crochet UK, which is a single crochet in the US. I hate the fact that we've got the same name for different stitches. It's very confusing. Then I did a little portion of moss stitch, which I always like to do because it just looks so gorgeous. No matter what yarn you choose, it always seems to look lovely. And then I did some V-stitch, and then I went from V's to doing these with shells, and I did a little portion of that. But it is interesting to watch and look at the swatches, and you can see how the stitches pull in. So this and up to here is the same stitch, but going through the back loops does pull it in. And then we went on and we did UK trebles, which is double crochet US, and then into the singles up here, which started to pull it in, and then the moss stitch really pulled it in, and then it really came out with the V-stitch and the shells. So you can see how you can shape your garments or whatever you're making without actually increasing or decreasing, if you're clever. So this is what it looks like. I absolutely love working with this yarn. It's beautiful. So I'll show you how a little bit of this works up. We'll continue with this one rather than the granny, because we did the other sample with granny stitch. Okay, grab my hook. And let's make sure I am on camera. Okay, so this is quite simple, just V's with shells. So similar again, and you can see how lovely this is to work with. Really, really lovely, beautiful, lovely colours, and it just feels so nice when you're working with it. Sort of slides on the hook really nice, has a lovely silky feel, but it looks nice and substantial when you're when you sort of look, you know, take it and you kind of move it and down at it, if you know what I mean. If you kind of take it and look at it like this, if you know what I mean. Do you know? Probably not. I'm not explaining myself very well. But when I was showing you those granny squares, you could see it was a lovely, sumptuous kind of substantial yarn. I'm using one at the moment, and it is a Lion Brand mandala, and I'm making a blanket with a granny stitch just like this. It's a 3-weight yarn just like this, but if only it were working up just like this, because it really isn't. I'm not impressed with that particular mandala at all. All of the other ones that I've used I've really liked, but that is not doing it for me right this moment in time. I'm hoping that once I've finished it, it washes up really well and it looks like this does, this kind of quality. I'm hoping it does, but I'm not really gonna hold my breath. But this is, well, by far one of the best DK yarns that I've used. Strand wise, it's a nice size, it's not thin. It actually feels thicker when you're working with it than it does when you're looking down at it like this, but it's a good size strand and it works up really, really well. So I'll do another line. That sounds bad, you know what I mean, of crochet, I should say. This was just a traditional V that I did. I'm enjoying making this swatch. I haven't put out enough yarn, I have to say. It's not something you can carry on with, though. I definitely got to frog this because, you know, did I do that that was like a modern V-stitch, which was what I was doing earlier in this particular one. When I did the V-stitch here, the reason it didn't fan out quite as much as this one was the modern V-stitch where you don't put a chain between the two, and then obviously up here this is putting a chain between, so that was why it was different. And I forgot the chain that time. That reminded me to tell you. This is actually become my favourite kind of solid colour. Have I done it again? Did I? Oh, I'm going to give up because it's only swatching and I've done all of this to show you. So let's have another look at them, shall we? There's the Bellisima. It really is beautiful. I love that one a lot. That's the cream. The clotted cream is just so, lovely. It really is. And this is the papaya punch in, wouldn't you? That actually looks like it would be a nice square. An offset one. This is the Bellissima and the other one is the Bambino. Anyway, thank you for watching. And I will see you on the next one. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. The next swatching that I'm going to do is the new cotton yarn that I've recently bought, which is this one. So I'm going to do this one next. I've started on a few, and then I will come back to you and show you what this looks like. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.